34 right now, 73 degrees outside. It's going to get a little bit warmer. I have a very special guest in my studio with me today. None other than 2017 Virginia Local Legislator of the Year, Lee Vogler. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Matt. Good to be with you this morning.
Did I get that title right?
You did. You did.
That's a new award. You just won that recently, didn't you?
Tuesday night, yes,
nice.
sir.
And you, so you had to. What did you do to win that award again?
It was in recognition of land bank legislation that got passed through the General Assembly last year. It was a 2-3 year process, but worked with Delegate Danny Marshall on it and got that to go through the General Assembly last year, and here we are.
Nice, excellent, right on. Yeah, I wanted to make sure because that's a mouthful of an award, but that's a really awesome award to get. So you are here with us today to discuss the Danville Rides bike share program, something new that's come to the city that you've brought to the city for. So what exactly is the deal with all of this?
Well, it's basically what started. I have family that lives in Chattanooga, and about 5 years ago, I went to visit them, and they have what they call there a bike transit system. But essentially, if you think about a red box machine with DVDs, they had done that with bicycles, and where you could rent these bikes across the city. They used a credit card there, and it's an on-demand bike share service. So I wanted to try to bring that to Danville, and council and staff and everybody. We've been working off and on for about 4 or 5 years to make it happen. Technology's advanced quite a bit since then and streamlined it, made it much more affordable for us to do it. And so basically we have these docking stations. We have 5 currently. We have one at the crossing at the Dan next to Carrington. We have one at the train station, one at the fountain at Main Street Plaza. We have one behind Biscuitville on Riverside Drive, and one at Dan Daniel. And these stations have bikes at them. You download the Zagster app on your phone. You don't have to transact any money on site. You put all your information in the phone, and you create an account. And so everything is done through the app or through text message. So there's no money transacted on site. The bikes are GPS enabled, so they're traced at all times. And it's a 24/7 on-demand bike share service. The first hour is free, and it's $3 an hour after that.
That's not bad at all. Like, that's cheaper than a lot of gym memberships, and you're getting good exercise. If nothing else, you're at least getting to see, nice park and the trail and everything like that. So you said it's a lot like Redbox. Does that mean that if you are on a bike from one location, you can drop it off at a different location, or do you have to come back to the original location?
You can drop it off at any of the docking stations, and that's one of the great things about it. So if you rent it at Carrington and you take it across the river, and then you're going towards Riverside Drive, and you want to stop at Biscuitville, well, then you can dock it and leave it there, or somebody comes picks you up. You don't have to take it back to the station that you originally got it from. You can dock it at any one of the docking stations, and actually each one of the bikes comes with a lock on it also, that if you take it somewhere that doesn't have one of the Zagster docking stations, you can still lock it like you would any other bike.
Smart. These are things I didn't even think about. I would just get on the bike and ride. That's pretty good. And you said the first hour is free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you could easily just ride for an hour and then put it back up. But it's better go for an extra hour. Pay that $3. Help maintain these so we can get more of them.
Yeah.
That's another question I have. So we have 5 of them right now. What are the odds of more? Like, what happens if all bikes are gone from a station or something like that? Are we going to work on getting more bikes coming out?
Yeah, we will do it based off the demand and the feedback that we're getting and kind of locations that the public says they would like to see them at. But so far, it's been very successful. I ride by and they are empty or close to empty just about every time, which is, if we're going to have a problem, that's the problem I'd like to have, that it's so popular, it's hard to find one. And so, based off of that and sponsorships, we have sponsorships available for people. That helps pay for it, and we've got some good sponsors so far. We're working on some others. That and the fees. But we also just look at this as a public good. It's another amenity that we're trying to provide for our citizens and those who are visiting the city, with Ballad Brewing and some of the new things that are coming to the River District. We're having a lot of people come in for a Friday or a Saturday who may not live here, and so now we have another option for them to check out the Riverwalk, check out the city while they're here. But yeah, we would love to expand as we go forward, and so that's a problem we'd like to have.
And now there are, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there are certain areas in the city that have free Wi-Fi, correct?
Yes.
Like areas. So even if you don't have, say you're over on your data, or you don't have mobile data, so you only run on Wi-Fi, you can connect to the city Wi-Fi and use that to get your bike, just as easily.
Yeah, I think just about every location that they're at. I know down at the train station next to Carrington, Main Street Plaza, and I think even parts of Dan Daniel, all have either the in Danville Wi-Fi or the River District Wi-Fi. You know, the city has done a lot to have Wi-Fi spots throughout the city in different places, downtown particularly. Just about every place you go downtown, you can pick up free Wi-Fi.
I've grown up in this. I lived in Richmond for a little while, but I've pretty much grown up in Danville, North Carolina, and Pelham, all that. And it's amazing to see how much Danville has grown, especially downtown. Like it is. I remember being a little kid, and it was more like older shops. You know, it's a very historic district, and it's the new life that's being breathed into the area. It's so cool to watch the growth. It's just a really amazing thing.
It's really exciting. I think in the last 5 years, the River District, without question, has probably been our greatest success. But it's important for our city and our region as a whole because that area draws people in. That area, I don't think you can have a strong city without a strong core, and our core is our River District, our downtown. And as you mentioned, for a long time, you know, we had some folks who toughed it out and have, you know, businesses there for a long time. But by and large, our downtown was in pretty rough shape. And now it's not only presentable, it's becoming a significant attraction for us. And it's only going to get better from here because as exciting as it's been the last few years to go from 200 residents in the district over 2,000 now and growing and $150 million private sector invested, we've really just scratched the surface of what we're going to do down there. And I always use this analogy as that I think in the last 4 or 5 years we've kind of built the foundation and now we're building the house. And so it's exciting things on the way.
That's wonderful. That's really great to hear. And like you said, the Zaxter app, super. I actually downloaded it before we started talking. It took me like a minute to set everything up, like really quick and easy to do.
Yeah.
So there's really no excuse. I mean, go out there and it's the perfect time of year. Yeah, it's a little warm, but you're on the trail, so there's some shade and it's perfect area for riding a bike. You get to, especially, I can't wait for the fall when the leaves are starting to change.
Oh, yeah.
There's so excitement. I can't hold it in. Well, Lee, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. City Councilman Lee Vogler. Hopefully have you back soon. I can't wait to hear more about how many more stations and more bikes we're going to be getting out there.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to be biking everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Exciting times.
Excellent. Well, back to the music on the new 105.9 moreFM. Here's Sarah Bareilles.
Awesome, man. That was fun.
Now, sorry about the pen there at the last.